All right. So question of the day: are you buying the dip, or are you selling? Are you getting the hell out, going to the sidelines and waiting? Are you in tether? So tell us what you think. Go to menti.com, menti.com. Use the code 2226788. That's 2226788. So are you buying the dip or are you selling? So me, quite frankly, just kind of share my perspective. I'm not selling, right? I'm not yet buying the dip per se, but because I'm already in crypto, right? But I think now is really the time to look at crypto because now the valuations have come back down to earth, right? So if you're looking to scoop up a very good project, whether it was Polkadot, Chainlink, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or some other DeFi project that had shot up and gone to the moon and beyond, now it's come back down to earth to reload, and it's going back for a second flight. Right, it's going back into orbit. Now could really be the time to buy the dip, right? Bill, any comments on that?
Sure. So let me tell you how I helped our premium group. So from a research point of view, I think this would have been Saturday afternoon. I was like, let me put together a list. Okay. So the answer to the question is yes, I would definitely be trying to buy. Okay. And I put out a list and a whole bunch of charts of like coins to take a shot. Right. Like, I mean, Chainlink went from 1 to 5, from 5 to 20 something. At 10, you have to look at it. The same thing with like Ren, Aave, Polkadot. I mean, Polkadot, I think, was somewhere near 4, right? So many charts, so little time. All of these plays that have great narratives were on sale. It's that simple. And the way I would take it one step further, there are a lot of like DeFi infrastructure plays. Okay. So it's like, what's the DeFi bet going forward? And I think it's what I would call DeFi plumbing, right? The exchanges, the places where people can come to build competing tokens to ERC tokens, ERC20 tokens, right? In other words, this stuff was on sale. So I think that's how I had to approach it. I looked at it and I go, okay, what kind of analyst am I in crypto if I'm watching this go down for like the third day in a row, like 25% or more? You got to take a shot, even though it looked horrible. I mean, I went to bed Saturday night going, I hope I have a job in the morning.
Yours have a job, Bill.
I mean, I did. I was in the premium room for like 6 hours. I lost track of time. I was in there for like 6 hours, and I got up, and then I looked at the market, and I probably had the same despair that you did, or anyone else did that had positions. But I stuck with the theory that you have to take a shot if you're a believer in crypto when things get marked down that much. Now, if I'm wrong and it's 2018 and everything's going to zero, well, then I took my shot, stopped myself out, and that's it. Real short show, right?
Yeah.
Real short. But I don't think that's what's happening. And I think there's cause to believe that crypto has a legit future. It's easy to say that when it's mooning, but you have to believe it in your heart when you take a shot and you buy. The same way the equities guys believed in the American economy and then the invention of the internet, right? Now, as you have to remember, it's like, I know crypto's new, but the belief and the economics and kind of the almost like the Link Marines, that like reverence or that sort of like cult following, all that stuff is what you have to remember at the moment of despair. So the answer is yes, take a shot.
Yeah. So actually in basketball, there's a saying called shoot your shot. Right. And I think it's well said, because if you're long-term bullish in crypto and you see projects you like on sale and you don't buy them, if you have money on the sidelines, then are you really in crypto? Is basically the question, right? Because because I think it's very easy to say that you're bullish on crypto when things are going up. But when things pull back 40, 50, 60%, I mean, you have to be like salivating at the discount, right? I mean, because for me, like, because when I saw UMA, because I mentioned UMA is a project I like technology-wise, when I saw it drop 50% in a day after Coinbase listing, I was like, holy cow. I mean, like, I wish I had money to just buy, right? And then UMA today's up 36%, right? So I think when moments like that come, because that's where real money is made. That's where the real money is made if you miss the boat, right? Because if you missed the boat to buy the dip or to buy during the last bear run, you really, because in a bull runs don't just go straight up. And that's something that I think we should definitely kind of keep on trying to reiterate to people, because especially people who maybe haven't been investing before, who maybe just got into crypto this year and it's the first time they're really kind of investing, because people were like, oh my God, things are down 30%. Like, do I sell? But I have to keep on telling people, if you have perspective, I mean, lots of cryptocurrencies, I mean, DeFi in just 1 year went from $500 million to $9 billion. DeFi, the entire DeFi market cap has basically done an 18x return. So when you put it in that perspective, an 18x return, I mean, having a pullback is natural. I mean, because with every bull run, nothing goes straight up, right? It basically is a zigzag, right? It goes up, comes down. It's basically kind of like taking 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, right? Because even though you take 2 steps back, you're still net 3 steps forward, right? So if you keep on doing that, eventually you'll land on the moon and then to the moon and beyond, right? So I think people should definitely have that perspective. And I think maybe if they get too caught up in the day trading and swing trading, they miss the bigger picture, which is that everything is going up. I mean, DeFi has done an 18x in 1 year. So 1 week where it does not go up is actually normal, right? Because if everything went straight up, I mean, we'd all be having this call like owning like 3 moons, right? And 3 yachts on the moon, right? So while investing may seem easy, it's not easy, because you have to really go against the grain and do what your emotions would tell you not to do, right? Yeah, you have to do the opposite. You have to do the opposite of your emotions, and I think that at times might be tough for newbies. But that's why we have our platform, trying to make things easier, and that's why we also have the premium group as well, right? Where through what I would call a crisis like this week, our team tries to be there, available to help guide you through it. All right. With that being said, thank you, crypto family. Tell us if you have any questions or comments down below.